Alright, we're back and we're playing some Legion. This is my Legion. I like to run this outfit most of the time. It's one of my favorites that I kind of pieced together. So, we have our Pain Res, Jolt, Fearmonger, and Blood Echo. And our add-ons are the No Sleep Pills and the Legion Sketch, or whatever it's called. If you keep up with any Legion players, I know they'd say this is not really the greatest add-on set, but I like to run it just mainly because it's reliable when you're dealing with big maps and stuff like that. But we see some scratch marks, and we see them just kind of hiding up there. I thought I saw somebody over there. We're gonna make our way up there because they can't really make a fast vault. So we just vault right after them, and then we just get our hit. Now the reason I run the sketch with the Never Sleep Pills is obviously because, you know, you start off at the normal walking speed when you activate the ability, but then you can speed up slowly and surely. Now, it is a waste of time to actually go all the way up the stairs to get to this generator, because in most cases you're just not going to be able to make it. And I try to just kind of let that gen go in most cases, just because I can't waste any time with it. Now, I did get the hit there, and he still wasted the pallet, so I try to mind game it, but they just hold W. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of survivors do that. They just tend to just run off instead of actually trying to waste time for their team. And then this clown over here decided to stay close by and climb back up the stairs. So we go after her because she's the easier target. She's out of position. We knock her down and hit 2 gens at the same time, and then they rage quit. Classic Survivor baby rage, as it's the usual, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to break this wall here because there is a window there. We want to make walking past that easier. We see 2 on the gen up there. I figure I could try to make my way up there to just apply some pressure because you still have Kate injured, and we're going to try to make some more value here for our ability or whatever have you. So she is injured, but we're just going to get our hit and just take a look and see where everyone else is. So we see somebody up there with the Hangman gen and somebody in the middle of the map. We're going to focus on the Hangman gen because it is a little bit more difficult to connect to. So we hit him, and we take a look around, but I realize there's nobody else close enough, and I could run over there, but then I realized he's not really mending. He's trying to get on the gen, so I did get stuck there, but I also am able to get the free knockdown because we're dealing with greedy survivors. So I'll just go ahead and use my Pain Res hook then, because if they are going to gen rush, you want to just knock it down. So we got them out on the hook, and then we can just take a look around and see where everyone else is. Now off the rip here, we do have a lot of pressure. Even though we lost like 2 generators, we still get some pretty solid pressure. And then we're just gonna take a look around and see where anyone else is. I just kicked the gen just so I can get some points, I guess. I mean, the game is pretty much on my side now because we already got somebody out of the game at basically 4 gens to 5. So pretty good for us. We're going right back to the hook, obviously, because it's just the easier target. We just want to apply some Feral here. The Kate wants to give up, but you know, I wanted to waste her time as much as possible, as you can see. So I just knock him down, and then I just run around and go find somebody else. Which I just put him on the hook anyway, just so I can get some more Pain Res value, just to get some value going, of course. Now you will see a lot of survivors rage, especially when you play Legion. In this scenario, it's probably best to go right back to the hook, because if they're going to instantly unhook, I'm just going to you just get rid of their teammate because they want to farm them. But I wanted to try to at least apply Feral, but I should just cancel it and just get her out of the game. But instead what I ended up doing was running around the map, which honestly, this is just wasting a lot of time, but it's because I wanted to troll and leave them there to waste even more time. And then they actually let themselves get downed. This one's also giving up as well, so we just knocked them straight down. And then we try to focus on the last person because we do have it on our side. Now, realistically, if I had just gotten Kate out the game, it would have been better, but the Ace did also rage quit as well. So I was trying to like wait here see if she'd pass by the window, but instead they just hold W and fly off, because this is, gotta remember, survivors are not really smart. So I just take a look around and kind of see where they're going. The Kate does want to give up even more so, but I figured I'm gonna go toward the person on the generator again. Now, like I've said before, I should have just downed her, hooked her earlier, because the ace would have still rage quit most likely, or still would have died anyway, right? But the mere fact is that I was trying to basically BM and ignore them for a while so that they could waste even more time to just keep them in the game. But inevitably, it just wasted my time, because I should have just got them out the game. And taken my W sooner, because now this clown still has like plenty of pallets to work with. Not because they're good at looping or anything, but just the mere fact that it's just the game having all those pallets. So, really doesn't matter. I just try to get some points out of it. Now we do get our hit here, but because I didn't break the doors, which honestly you should break the doors as soon as you can. Now here I was just messing around, going side to side. I tend to do this a lot, but the problem was I was still on the long side, so it really didn't matter. I was just trying to get the feral hit so I could see where the other one was. So I went after them, which I should have went after them is what I should have said, because instead of going after her, because I had just assumed, oh, they're just gonna give up, I'm just gonna focus on them. I should have just went after that person. Oh, realistically, I could have hit them and then just came back to the other person most likely, and then probably could have downed them just by canceling the feral, or downing the other person, hooking them, and then focusing on this person. That just would have been better, because I just end up wasting time. And as I've said before, not because they're good at looping, just because there's a lot of pallets and I didn't break some doors. So that was just my bad. So realistically, I could have been done with this chase a lot sooner. But it is what it is. And then because the Kate had pre-dropped every single pallet, they once again have plenty to work with. So I have to waste more time kicking every single pallet, and then they just keep blinding, because I have to break every pallet because of their idiotic teammate. So it was just a bad circumstance. Like, even in situations like this, where you're completely just mopping the floor with the survivors, there's still ways to kind of improve and try to play a lot more optimally than this. And this is a perfect example of that, because even though I was winning and they were all rage quitting, and I was basically, like, the game was over. Like, I won. I won the mental battle, and then I won the actual game. But now the issue is, look at all these pallets I have to break, and then this one's like pulling the hook. Now I gotta waste some more time finding that damn Kate. If I had just killed the Kate from the second I had the chance, this game would have honestly been a lot simpler. That chick would have been dead, and it just would have been over. The ace probably would have left later, because honestly, survivors are always like, giving up and being scared, and overall are just terrible at the game. So it is what it is, right? But as killer mains, you got to keep this in mind. Like, even if you're winning, there's still a way to make it even better. And that's the whole point of the educational commentary series, is sort of to review my gameplay and see, maybe have you made the same mistakes before? Maybe you can say you learned something from how I played, and then you go, okay, I can use that in my games. And mainly so I can improve as a killer player, because I'll look over my games and see where I went right, where I went wrong, and how I could improve on it. So in this situation, I should have just took that person out of the game as soon as possible. Now, I'm just gonna wait here on the hatch, because I figure if they're gonna try to waste my time, I'm gonna waste theirs. So, but if you made it this far into the video, I thank you for watching. If you enjoy the content, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Obviously the Kate does stay on there giving up energy. So obviously I'm going to get as many points as I can out of it, tell them no and stuff like that. Just do the usual stuff I always do. And yeah, you'll see what I do here. But yeah, well, like I said, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I'd like to, you know, say if you want to support the channel, you can do all the YouTube things like commenting, subscribing, hitting the noti bells to get notified when I post. And if you want to see other, you know, killers, or if you want to see other non-horror related content, you can leave a suggestion in the comments, and I'll see what I can do about that. I do have a couple of games that I do want to post, but, you know, and make it more of a horror channel rather than just a Dead by Daylight channel. So, that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.